I got admissions in many places, MIT, Columbia, but I decided to go to Purdue University because there was a student appalling with whom I was supposed to work. So I did all kinds of diffraction. In the meantime, America gave me a tremendous freedom. And people, I used to listen to all kinds of lectures. People used to visit the university. Based on something I would say, why don't I do that? Why don't we? So I get all kinds of ideas. So I started publishing quite a bit on my own. And the university encouraged me. They treated me as if I was a faculty member. I was 20-year-old. I published at least a dozen full research papers of just myself in the university. Nothing to do with PhD. Because later I did my PhD, I did that also. And learned a lot of spectroscopy, several things which I didn't learn formally in the university, but just because of the freedom they gave me. I saw all kinds of spectrometers. I said, what do they do? What can they do with it? They were all new at the time. And I started using them and publishing things. It was very nice, exciting. I decided I should go to do a postdoctoral in Berkeley, University, California, because in chemistry, I don't know if you know that, the best chemistry department in the world from 1940s is Berkeley. It was built by the famous chemist G.N. Lewis. I think all his students got Nobel Prizes except himself. Very great man. He built the department. So I thought I must spend time there. I went there. So that was a very, very wonderful stay. There again, I had a very, very great professor to my work. And, first 2 or 3 major problems I did. Then I wrote up the paper. I would take it to this professor. And, I think he said, yes, we should publish. I think send it to Nature, it would be nice. And then I would say, put Rao and his name, I put his name and give it. No, just use to publish. So he allowed me give at least 3 papers in Nature I published just with my name. He was like that. Very, very great department. Berkeley was a very exciting place. California itself is very exciting, but particularly Berkeley is professionally, every way even today it is a fantastic university. Remember that the government university is not a private sector like Stanford or Harvard. That is where America is great. You have got universities supported by government as good as private universities like Harvard or Yale. So Berkeley is one of those. It is even today probably the best university in my field. There were no Indians in America, hardly any. In my university, we were all put together. There were about 10 PhD students. 10 students, not 10 PhD students. In my batch, there were about half a dozen, 4 or 5 PhD students. In fact, I was the only one who ended up getting a degree. Many others had to be without a degree. It was a very, very selective group of people. There was nothing called an India Association. Very few Indians. When I went to Berkeley, there were a few more Indians and more than 40, 50 Indians in Berkeley.